Boo. Hey there, Admins. I wanted to show what I did with my factory since the 1.1 update that introduced a new ore called cuprium and some new materials to build, some new batteries, components, gear components, and a new syringe to sell. Yesterday on stream I spent a couple hours reworking my factory completely. I wanted to show it and share some blueprints with y'all, so you can use it as well. So first off, this is my main base in Wuling. We got access to 2 more forges of the sky, so now we can actually make 4 Xiranite instead of 2, which means we need more factory space for that. Right here, I made these, which are 2 forges of the sky in 1, and then around it are all the plants needed. So this is completely self-sufficient, you just plug it in and it works. I just realized yesterday that you can actually turn the Yelsen into 2 carbon. So it's much more efficient than using just sandleaf or buckflower, which is nice. Takes a lot less space. This is all you need, only these 4 buildings, to power up 2 of these, which is really nice. If you were using sandleaf, you would need 4 on the other side. Another copy of this, plus gear components. I won't have a blueprint for this because this is super simple. Anybody can make this. And some people might still need the old ones, in which case just swap them out for the old ones. The old ones are actually harder to make, but if you need those, you'll have to use the rest of Originium we have. We don't have a lot of Originium left, but you'll have to use that. The new components are super simple to make. They just need the cuprium refined, and that's it. Only Xiranite and cuprium. Super simple. Of course, this isn't working at full capacity because we don't have enough Xiranite for that, nor do we have enough cuprium. So the new material is this red ore, new ore. We have in total 4 conveyor belts of them, so 120 per minute. Each of them is 30, so we only have 4 of these. I'm using 1 for gear, and the rest of them, the other 3, I'm using for the new syringes to sell. So on the other side, this is a blueprint for the new batteries. As you can see, they need 4 of these refined dense originium powders, which is a lot of originium. That is a lot of originium. So you can only make 1 of these. We don't even have enough Xiranite nor cuprium for more of them. I guess we do, but then you can't make anything else. So technically you could just make 2 battery factories and that's it. But then you won't be able to make gear or syringes. The biggest factor is gear, to be honest, because you need this gear for some characters, so it is what it is. We are making we have 1 factory for the new batteries. Keep in mind this has to be in the corner to work. I think that's better though than taking a lot of space horizontally or vertically, I guess. This is more compact, I like it more, it looks nicer this way. And this is the old one for the old batteries. If you have this, you can use it, if you have it already. If not, use mine, I'll just link it down. Also, I'm using sandleaf powder that I get from this here, from the Xiranite factory above. You need a source of sandleaf powder, which you will have if you plant these blueprints from above. You will have a lot of extra powders that you can use for other things. One more thing, wherever you see one of these conduit outlets, make sure you connect it to an inlet that you put next to a fluid pump. So, this is how you connect it, fluid pump to an inlet, and then you have to physically go there and take the conduit connection and plug it into the outlet, so this outlet can then distribute water to your buildings. I like this system because it's better than pipes going around all over your factory from the outside of it. It looks ugly that way. I think this looks way more clean. So that's cool. Alright, that's it for this one. I'm not even sure if I need this sandleaf plantation here. I don't know. I just kept it for just in case. And that's it for the main one. We also have some space down here to build whatever. And a few more buses. Let's move on to the outpost to see what's there. So for the outpost, here I'm making the syringes. They aren't really working at full capacity either, because we just don't have the ore for it. Here I'm refining the rest of the ore. This is quite simple to make. This is where I'm using the batteries. I'm using 2 of the old ones, LC Wuling batteries, and it's enough, just enough for the factory to keep running. So here I'm using the rest of the cuprium. You'll notice there is one that's unconnected. That's because we don't really have enough. I only have 4 in total. I'm using 1 for gear, and the rest of them are here. The 3 of them are here. This one is in case I want to stop making gear. I can just connect this here and connect this one only here. So it's like 2 into molding unit and 2 into each fitting units. And then it will work at full capacity instead. This one is only at half speed because we took 1 more ferrium away. And I don't feel like transferring ferrium from Valley 4. So I'm just making these at half capacity. So it's like, it makes 1 every 20 seconds instead of 10. It's still nice though. You can still sell them. Or even use them if you want. I would just sell them. And use the powders for healing. And that's about it for the Outpost. There is not much else you have to do here. Nothing else useful really. Because we don't have materials for anything else. I have some originium left. As you can see, my ores are pretty much completely spent. The cuprium is up here. We're using all of it. And then for originium, there's 60 left per minute, which is 2 conveyor belts, which you can use if you want to make the other type of gear, the Xiranite components. Not much left. Like 60 originium, no ferrium left. We're using all of it. And there is no amethyst in this region, so yeah, we're using all of the ores. That's about it for the factory. I'll put the blueprints in the description. And also, as I said, I did this on stream yesterday. I stream pretty much daily on my Twitch channel. You can come hang out with us. I play this game, Endfield. I like it a lot. And I also play Genshin and HSR and Zenless. A bit of a Hoyo shill. But yeah, thank you for watching. Take care of yourself. And the factory must grow. Yep. Bye-bye.